是我们学习的榜样，中英美俱佳。我那个经常听那个田会长的讲课，讲的太好了，学术水平很高，也是我们业界学习的榜样。我们要向田会长学好的东西的。也非常感恩今天田会长到场支持指导 BC 省中医界的发展，我们也相当感恩的。再次感谢
大家学习，向大家
再次感谢。谢谢田会长。因为知道田会长相当忙，想在百忙之中抽出时间来，真的不容易。
没有问题，没有，辛苦了，组织这活动。
牛会长在吗？牛华会长在吗？
田会长在海边呢，是吧？
牛会长在
田会长在游艇上吗？
我在。
牛会长好，因为我向大家隆重的介绍牛华会长，因为牛华会长不是搞中医的，但是他极力的推广中医，促进中医的发展，促进特别是在社区医疗方面做出了杰出的贡献。我们经常和华联会举办一些大型的活动，比方说这次的世界中药文化周是和华联会共同举办的。华联会是加拿大的一个最大的有影响力的社团，而不是之一。他手下有这个会员超过35000多人，有这个200多家会员单位，也是我们学习的榜样。我们中医的发展离不开大社团的支持。相当感谢牛会长今天到来。谢谢牛会长。
不客气，李老师。
看到田会长田爱和会长，田爱会长你好。田会长好久不见，老是在网上见，现在
在网上见，网上再见。您见的地方我就追随着。
没有，您这个客气。你看您这个湖后边是什么？是白宫还是哪里？是这个你这个背景是很美的地方啊。
好，谢谢。您那边是冬天是吧？现在
我那边冬天，我这边大寒刚过，中国是大暑刚过，我这边大寒刚过，逐渐这2天可能天气会变暖了，天气慢慢变暖了。你们那边还是夏天的是吧？对，我们是倒过来，南北半球正好倒过来。
那边天冷的时候过年，你那也再过另外一个新年呢？
是我们这边气候是相反，正好南北半，我们南半球嘛，你们那边北半球，所以说气候正好倒过来。挺好。刚才看到王会长上来了，王英秋
对，王会长，
王主席上来了。
李总听不听到我讲话？李总
听到了，
听得到吧？
对，听到。
那个听到好。
大家稍微等一下，康里厅长来了以后，我们的会议就正式开始了。
那个李会长，我是李文佩，不好意思，我那个不知道为什么视频打不开。
没事，慢慢来。
好的，
慢慢来。
不好意思啊。
是。
我要重新记一下。
OK。庄会长好，我看到你了非常感谢庄会长的到来。庄会长是我的老朋友了，潮州商会的执行会长，对中医的帮助相当大。
李教授好，李教授好。
你好，非常感谢你今天的参与，非常感恩的。
大家好。
Hello， 哎，大家好，听得到我声音吗？
听到了啊，相当好啊。
OK， 好，谢谢。
相当好。江会长，我们现在等这个康理厅长上线，康理厅长上线以后，马上就开始了。哎，康厅长到了啊，我看到，哈哈。哎，康厅长好，听到我的声音了吗？
现在听得到了，谢谢。
啊，康厅长，今天我们终于等到你了。
不好意思让大家久等了。
没事，正好你是按正点来，正好7点，正好7点，很准时。那我操，那就开始吧。
开始好，
开始了啊。
Good evening. A big welcome everyone to the roundtable. My name is Walter Jia. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with us. This meeting is our last but very important event for the World TCM and Acupuncture Week. TCM in BC could not be as successful as today without the strong support of the provincial government. We're very appreciative of the great help that we have received over the years, the most recent being funding the Chinese language translation in the license exams. To take TCM adoption to the next level, we would need more help in the forms of new policies and regulations so that TCM can play a more important role in community medical services. Given the effectiveness of TCM for treating various chronic conditions, the investment in TCM will translate into savings and improved quality of life for the general public. Tonight's attendees come from different walks of society. We have representatives from multiple levels of governments, leaders of various associations, medical practitioners, and educators. Many of you are TCM evangelists, so we're looking forward to the unique perspective and insights that you will bring to the table. First, we would like to welcome some very special guests. They are Member of Parliament, the Honorable Peter Julian, Minister of Advanced Education, Skills and Training, Member of the Legislative Assembly, the Honorable Kang, Member of the Legislative Assembly, the Honorable Henry Yao, the Chair of CTCMA, Dr. Peter Stevenson Moore, the President of Canadian Community Service Association, Mr. Hua Niu, the Executive President of Canadian Chaoshan Business Association, the Executive Vice President of Canadian Guangdong Association of Societies, Ms. Xiaoyue Zhuang, World TCM and Acupuncture Week Co-Chair, Director of the Canadian Office of the World Association of Chinese Doctors, UBC Professor Guang Yang, World TCM and Acupuncture Week Co-Chair, President of Chinese Canadian Medical Society, Founder of Chinese Canadian Medical Hotline, UBC Doctoral Supervisor, Professor Cao Yang Jiang. Now we welcome our first speaker, World TCM and Acupuncture Week Organizing Committee Chair, the founder of Home Canadian TCM Society, and the inventor of UTCMH Acupuncture, Dr. Rongan Lee. 李教授，请。
Dear guests and friends, good evening. Today, I'm very grateful and excited to welcome and to introduce you the first inception of TCM Roundtable discussion for 2021 World TCM and Acupuncture Week. First, on behalf of the home of the Canadian TCM Society, the World TCM and Acupuncture Week Organizing Committee, I would like to thank the Honorable Julian MP, the Honorable Kang MLA, and the Honorable Henry Yao MLA. Dr. Peter Steven Mao as the chair of the CTCMA and Mr. Liu Hua, CCSA president. Thank you all for your ongoing support and encouragement to the traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture profession in BC. Big thank you for the preceding and current provincial governments and for political parties. You have all been strong supporters of development of traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture in BC. Your commitment and effort helped tremendously to lay solid foundations for the traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture profession to flourish in BC. For this, we, the TCM practitioner and acupuncturists of BC, are very grateful. I would also like to thank the leaders and forerunner of the TCM community and association in BC. Because your hard work together, you have laid a solid foundation for traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture to root and to blossom in BC. For this, I'm particularly grateful for your dedication and devotion. The traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture profession in BC would not be where it is today without the strong support and commitment from the BC provincial government. But it would not be possible for our profession to continue strive forward without the provincial government stamping up to draft next phase of the development plan with improved comprehensive law, regulations, and policy measures, because using traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture for chronic and intractable disease treatments can have tremendous benefits to British Columbia's, saving significant government medical expense. It is in the best interest of all British Columbia's for the provincial government to step forward, leading the changes. Together with the TCM community and association in BC, we will be able to contribute much more to make the BC medical and health service even better. Thus, I would like to put forth the following recommendation to Premier Haugen and the BC provincial government. First, drafting white paper defining the next phase of the development for TCM and acupuncture profession in BC. Second, establish walk-in clinics in local community across the province to allow more British Columbians to enjoy benefits from traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture. Third, establish TCM and acupuncture department in BC public hospitals, giving TCM and acupuncture profession to work with medical doctors to provide the best possible patient care. Fourth, gradually integrating various traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture service and modality into BC medical insurance plan, thereby allowing more British Columbia to benefit from such service. Thank you again. The experience you shared will be invaluable to the development of TCM and acupuncture profession in BC. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Next, please welcome our next speaker, the Honorable Peter Julian.
你们好，大家好，我是 Julian. Very happy to be here this evening, and wanted on behalf of the Parliament of Canada to bring greetings to the home of Canadian TCM Society and all those who are putting forward alternative medicine in an effort to improve the health and well-being of Canadians. This is fundamentally important. And we know because of COVID now that all Canadians are thinking about the importance of maintaining good health. We know that traditional Chinese medicine is one of the solutions to maintaining people in good health and doing it in such a way that they're avoiding the toxic impacts of the pharmaceutical industry. Often, those solutions are anything but. Well, traditional Chinese medicine is one of the alternatives that needs to be considered as taking a broader part of our healthcare system. Now, I should say for the federal government that it receives the lion's share of the tax dollars in Canada, far more than the provincial government or the municipal governments. And so the federal government has a responsibility under the Canada Health Act to ensure that there is adequate funding and provision for alternative medicine and traditional medicine that can be part of the healthcare solution. So I am pleased on behalf of the NDP caucus and Jagmeet Singh, our national leader, to be here this evening. I would like to shout out to my colleagues, my good friend Henry Yao, and of course, Minister Anne Kang, who is a sister. We've worked together for many, many years. Anne reminded me of how important this meeting was. And I do have previous obligations. So I will have to sign off at 7:30 for those other obligations. And Kang was very correct in saying this is an important meeting. If you can change your schedule to carve out a half an hour, that would be important. And that is why I'm here. Finally, I would like to say to wish you all the best for this event and for everything that you have undertaken. So, 祝你们成功，谢谢。
谢谢, thank you very much. Let's welcome our next speaker, the Honorable Anne Kang.
Thank you so much, Walter. And hello, everyone, once again. It has been 1 week since we last met. My name is Anne Kang. I'm the MLA for Burnaby Deer Lake and the Minister of Advanced Education and Skills Training, but also a good friend of many of you here today. And I am speaking to you from my home, from the traditional and unceded territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples. And as well, I bring greetings from our Premier, who is very supportive of traditional Chinese medicine, Premier John Horgan. And the Premier remembers meeting Professor Lee Rongan many times, and he also says hi to Professor Lee. I am so thrilled to be joining you in celebrating the very end of the World Traditional Chinese Medicine and Acupuncture Cultural Week. And as we reflect on what we call the Culture Week, British Columbia is such a multicultural province, and it is a province that I'm very proud of. And as we see more and more immigrants from different diasporas, especially from China, and recognizing having a traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture cultural work here will create more awareness for all British Columbians to recognize how important and how diverse our culture here is in British Columbia, and also allowing us to learn more about TCM and acupuncture philosophies. So thank you so much to everyone who has participated this entire week, and many, many thanks to Professor Li Rongan for your initiative and invitation. I also do want to thank MP Peter Julian for being here today, and I will be taking notes for him to let him know the voices of everyone who will be sharing their ideas and how we can share the innovations and philosophies of TCM. It is not only just a provincial support that we need, but we also need the support of the federal government. And I know Peter Julian is such a fierce and strong advocate for our communities. I also want to recognize the hard work that the Chinese community as a whole, and as well as the TCM community as a whole, for their resilience during this pandemic. I know personally because I know so many traditional Chinese medicine doctors, and during the pandemic, they still felt accountable to their clients and to their patients. And not only did they think of creative ways to take care of all of us as doctors and as people of front line, but they continue to do so. And I am a benefactor of that. And I'm very proud to say that, because I don't have to resort to surgery or chemical pills, but traditional practices such as acupuncture. So I do really appreciate and recognize the importance of TCM. Our government values the work that TCM medicine contributes to our healthcare here and the choices of care for British Columbians. And I'm very proud of being a BCNDP government that included acupuncture in the list of pre-authorized treatments offered by ICBC in 2019. And with these authorized providers includes the registered acupuncturists, the TCM practitioners, and doctors at TCM. And I know the advocacy of the community has been huge, and we will continue to see how we can support the TCM community in British Columbia. As well, as I have mentioned previously, but I would like to also continue to emphasize the importance of being able to take TCM examinations in both English and Mandarin. And we all know that TCM students at the beginning of last year encountered federal challenges in taking their exams in Mandarin. And our government, through your advocacy, so thank you so much to everyone here in the TCM community. Our government stepped up to provide a $175,000 grant in order to allow TCM students to BC to continue writing their exams. So I do want to also say a huge thank you to Dr. Peter Stevenson Moore for his support and the ongoing program as well. So I feel it is very important for us to celebrate the health cultivation and life fulfillment that is under TCM and acupuncture, and to foster mutual cultural understanding. And that is why this Culture Week is so important. As we look to our roundtable today, what I could commit to you is to continue to listen, to continue to understand the role that TCM and the doctors and the community play. I'm committed to being your advocate. I'm committed to working with you through all your endeavors and challenges. So today I am wide open. I want to understand the challenges here in British Columbia, the endeavors and the goals that all of you have. And through understanding, through listening, I hope I can be your champion as well. So also recognizing that my colleague, the MLA for Richmond South Center, sorry, Henry. MLA Henry Yao is also here, and he is also a very strong advocate. And together with Peter Julian, with Dr. Moore, with MLA Yao, we will be great listeners and great champions for TCM. So thank you so much for having us here. Thank you, Walter.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's always good to know that we're getting strong support from different levels of government. It's very good. Thank you. Next, please welcome the Honorable Henry Yao.
Thank you so much, Walter. Before I begin, I do want to acknowledge the fact that I'm speaking from my home, which is in Richmond South Center, located in the unceded traditional territory of the Musqueam, Kwanglen, Tawasan Coast Salish people. I thank them for allowing us to live, work, and play on ancestral land. First of all, thank you so much for allowing me to be here, be part of joining you guys in this conversation and this dialogue. I want first start to say thank you for our MP, Peter Julian. I know he has been continuing standing up, continuing to remind all of us the importance of diversity, importance of choice, and importance of continuing support different aspects of family for us addressing health issues. We recently just went through a pandemic, and the pandemic is still with us today, and we need continuously asking ourselves how we, as provincial government and with our federal friends, finding different ways to support our traditional medicine, supporting our healthcare, and allow individuals find the right choice of medical practices that best benefit of their needs. Of course, as my colleague, Minister Kang, mentioned very clearly earlier, we recently actually advocate and championed and actually got provincial government coming down with $175,000 to allow us to continue the Mandarin examination for 2 more years. And thank you to Professor Li Rongan, that we're able to actually hear CDCMA also has decided to extend it for further than the 2-year limits at the same time. I, as a new MLA, I do want to emphasize that I have so much need to learn. I'm very thankful that within the provincial government, I have a minister like Minister Kang, who actually mentor us and help me stay connected with our TCM community. And we're always here to learn. We're always here to explore different ways to continue to support our friends in the TCM community at the same time. Please continue to foster various forms of dialogues to allow us to appreciate the offer that TCM has for British Columbian and for people of Richmond. And we continuously want to furthermore to help our provincial government and of course our other healthcare providers to appreciate what kind of contribution TCM can be given to our society as well. So without further ado, as Honorable Minister Kang mentioned earlier, I'm also here going to spending my next few hours with everyone, looking forward to learn, to be educated, and to be reminded the importance of TCM to British Columbia and people of Richmond. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Next, please welcome Dr. Peter Stevenson Moore. Dr. Stevenson Moore, are you there? Okay, so we'll first go to Mr. Niu Hua.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, and the Honorable MP Peter Julian, and Honorable MLA Kang, and Honorable Mr. Henry Yao, and Dr. Li Rongan. My name is Hart New, the President of the Canadian Community Service Association. On behalf of the CCSA, and appreciate and thanks to the TCM and Dr. Li Rongan's team to the many contributions for the past couple of years. And also, last Sunday, July 25th, Mr. Li Rongan and his team, and also some other VIP attended of the Chinese Cultural Heritage Festival at the Central Park in Burnaby, and they gave us the many service on site. The COVID-19 pandemic is not finished in Canada and British Columbia. I think the TCM can give us much more the better service and help all the community for safe. I hope that Dr. Li Rongan and his team can do more contribution and better service for all the communities. Thanks.
Thank you. Is Dr. Stevenson Moore back? No? Okay. Yeah, next let's welcome Mr. Zhuang Xiaoyue.
大家好，不好意思，我是在开车， 那么其实很荣幸李教授邀请我来参与这一次的那个中医药针灸文化周。那么就对这个我们发展这个中医，我觉得是一个很好的，将我们中华的那个文化智慧，就是向国际性来推广。那么以后我希望我们继续有这样的一个年年都有这样的文化周来继续发扬光大我们的中医药针灸的文化。那在这里谢谢大家，谢谢大家。
好，谢谢庄女士。Next, we welcome Professor Yangguang. Professor Yang, are you online? Okay, so let's welcome our next speaker, Professor Jiang Caoyang.
Hello, hi, good evening, Honorable MP Peter Julian, and also MOAs, and also our guest. My name is Charles Jiang, and I'm a family physician in BC and the president of Chinese Canadian Medical Society and the Chinese Canadian Hotline. 大家好，陶阳医生非常荣今天参加今天的 I would like to congratulate the success of World TCM and Acupuncture Week. I also like to thank the organizer for providing such a great bridge between the traditional Chinese medicine and our Western medicine. So, had this chance to exchange at such a high level. As a family physician in BC, serving for this community for more than 10 years, with almost 40,000 patients in our 2 medical clinics, I encountered many of them in my daily practice who really benefit from the TCM and acupuncture therapy for their chronic management and also functional recovery. So I'm very happy that our government, this time, from Peter Julian's different levels, government is supporting, increase the support to deliver the TCM and acupuncture to our BC residents. I believe with everyone's support in our society, the TCM and the acupuncture, together with all the other medical professionals, will achieve more success in the front line of our healthcare service. Thank you very much, and have a great evening.
Thank you, Professor Jiang. Please welcome our next speaker, World TCM and Acupuncture Week co-chair, former ATCMA president, vice president of the World Association of Chinese TCM Doctors, Wellspring Charitable Foundation chair, Professor Yu Weidong. Professor Yu, are you online? Okay, let's go to our next speaker, World TCM and Acupuncture Week co-chair, former ATCMA president, president of National TCM Association of Canada, Professor Li Yongzhou.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is John Lee. I'm very glad to hear, and also because thank you, the Rongan, they invite me to participate this TCM Acupuncture Week. Because traditional Chinese medicine is nature and safety, and is very effective of the health the profession. We will provide a very good to the public, but TCM not just a benefit to the public health, and also can, save a lot of the health budget for the government. So it is valuable and very important health profession in this modern health system. So also TCM will become the modern health system, cooperate with another health profession, become a very important healthcare therapy. Therefore, TCM acupuncture promotion always the support by the politician and also the public. So, and also the government very is a very concerned and very supported. And I believe BC TCM development will be a health profession most important healthcare. So this one will be bring the BC healthcare and create a tremendous value. So I'm congratulations TCM and acupuncture week is very successfully, and also I hope in the future we have a lot of like Professor Li Rongan, the team their effort and also contribute to the TCM. 所以各位这个康安妮厅长各位嘉宾大家好我是这个李永洲感谢这个中医文化周这个筹备委员会团队的这个辛苦的努力，打造这一次的这个文化周活动的精彩呈现与完善的质量，这个达到中医推展的这个意义。中医医疗是天然安全、疗效显著的这个医疗服务，不但是利益民众的健康，更是可为政府节省医疗开支的重要的医疗专业，在现代的医疗体系中，能够跟其他的医疗行业组成一个重要的一个部分。因此，中医的推展一直受到这个政界人士以及社会贤达的支持与政府的这个重视。尤其在现在 BC 省当今的这个政府，尤其在康安妮厅长以及省议员NTP 省议员还有这些联邦层级的这些国会议员一直以来的这个支持，能够将我们这个中医的这个推广更为顺利。相信 BC 省中医的发展将成为医疗专业服务重要的组成的部分，而且利益了 BC 省民众的这个健康，也为 BC 省的医疗创造巨大的这个价值。在此祝贺中医文化周圆满成功，更希望有更多的中医业界人士如同李荣刚团队的这个努力与奉献。谢谢各位祝各位健康，晚安。
Thank you, Professor Lee. Let's welcome President of Canadian Anti-Cancer Rehabilitation Association, Dr. Xi Jingwa. Dr. Xi. Are you there? Okay, so let's go to Director of ATCMA, Doctor of TCM, Kevin Lu.
Hello.
Yeah, your turn.
Hello, good evening. Is my voice hearing okay? Yeah, yes. My network seems to be a bit choppy. Now okay, yeah? Good evening, everyone. Honorable MP Julian. Julian left. Hi, Minister Kang. Thanks for your recognition and your attention. My name is Kevin Lu. I'm a registered doctor of TCM in BC. I'm a leader of ATCMA, the Association of TCM and Acupuncturists of BC. I'm very happy and honored to be here to see everyone here. The TCM Cultural Week, was very successful. So thanks for every one of the organizers and the volunteers' effort and time and energy brought to us such an informative and educational event. Right? We are here in British Columbia. It's always an international hosting center for TCM conferences and seminars. So the TCM acupuncture profession is actually relatively young. In BC, about only 20 years since regulated, but because of its efficacy as well as the scientific proofs and evidence-based, the TCM and acupuncture profession has gaining more and more popular. We can see now, more than 70% of graduates, from professional schools, and then they start practicing. They are from local, and most of them they're non-Chinese and actually, English speaking, or their first language is not Chinese, So, and more importantly, because of this kind of the medicine and theory, because of the work, as Minister Kang mentioned, the ICBC Medical Service Plan and WorkSafe BC and more other extended health insurance plans, they have been enrolling, acupuncture as their coverage. So so TCM, had successfully gained a social recognition, since the last 20 years. So now TCM had become one of the components with the other allied health professions and complementary medical services. So then people have options and choices to seek a proper health service for their individual need. This is very important, and especially with an affordable rate of expense. This is very important and essential for a comprehensive and advanced healthcare system. So so I think we are lucky and proud to be British Columbian. Especially a TCM professional in BC here. So one more thing, since this is a meeting for TCM development conversation, I want to mention one thing, that TCM should be able to do something for people with post-COVID symptoms. Actually, in April last year, ATCMA and also the home of Canadian TCM Society, 中医之家, also had advocated the enrollment of TCM into helping the pandemic. As our colleagues, in other countries has been doing so, at that time. For example, in the United States, in UK, and of course in mainland China as well. So in fact, that was one of the members of ATCMA. Wrote a letter to us. She is a non-Chinese TCM doctor, and then she was asking that if we could write a letter or to connect to the Ministry of Health or health authorities to offer help for the COVID patients. Because we do know and we're confident that TCM, is effective and has long experience using using a unique theory, right, for contagious diseases. So then a letter was sent to Minister Dix, providing studies and of efficacy of herbal medicine, for COVID patients. So actually, and there were about 2,000 signatures collected in an online petition. So yeah. So now actually we can switch our focus on the post-infection conditions. Yeah, post-infections condition, which is very common now. Yeah, now we're seeing patients actually. Yeah, we do patients with the long-term fatigue. After the COVID. Yeah, symptoms. Yeah, including the long-term fatigue, weakness, the loss of smell and taste. Yeah, sometimes dizziness and so on. Yeah, as well as sometimes low-grade fever. Yeah. So because TCM is able to promote patients' recovery, energy, and healing, make them healing faster. Yeah. So hopefully we can do something and expand our knowledge, or actually keep offering our help to those patients. And and of course, with in many other health issues, problems. Yeah. So let's keep up a good work. So in the meantime, one more thing I want to mention: we are having a BC Day long weekend, holiday. Yeah. So actually, there's also another special day for us, which is the traditional Chinese medicine acupuncture day on August 5th. Yeah, which is a coming week. Yeah, which is actually this was proclaimed since 2018 and presented by Minister Kang. Yeah, thanks again, to the profession. Yeah, so so thank you everyone. Yeah, and then everyone has wonderful long weekend holiday. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Lu. You did bring up an important point, right? There are significant number of post-COVID patients who struggle really hard with their life, right? So definitely that's where one of the areas that TCM can help them. I see Dr. Xi Jingwa. Are you back online? Yes? No? Okay, so let's go to the Dean of Vancouver Beijing College of Chinese Medicine, Mr. Li Wenpei. Welcome. Mr. Li.
各位嘉宾晚上好。Good evening, everyone. I'm Wenpei Li, Dr. TCM in BC, and the president of Vancouver Beijing College of Chinese Medicine. Anyway, first, I think I'm very glad to take the meeting. Anyway, first I want to say thanks, very thanks. The congratulations. Congratulations on the success of TCM week. So I want to thank the organizer, Dr. Li Rongan, and Mr. Liu Hua.
Welcome.
And another I want to thank all the members of the organizing committee for the hard work. This event also, this meeting this week also both English and Chinese exchange the knowledge of TCM, which fully embraces the multicultural spirit of BC. So I think this it is the unique characteristic of BC. So Li Rongan, Professor Li Rongan, and his team work hard, very hard. Thank you very much. For a long time, our school has dedicated using the Chinese language to teach the TCM. and has received various endorsement and support from the government and the association. So here I want to say take this opportunity. Thanks everybody. Today, today, on behalf of our school faculty, staff, and our students, express my gratitude to the government official, the premier, and Julian. Peter Julian is official, right? Oh. And especially the Minister of Advanced Education and Skills Training, Kang Premier. Another, I want to thank MLA, Harry Yao. And yeah, so I hope every year we can have the TCM week continue. Thank you, everybody. That's all.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. So let's welcome our next speaker, home of Canadian TCM Society Executive Chair, Mr. Guan Zhenxiong.
Hello, you hear my voice? Hello?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, on behalf of the home of Canadian TCM Society and the organizing committee of the World TCM and Acupuncture Cultural Week, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the three-level government, dignitaries, community leaders, and members of the TCM associations. Thank you for your strong support for Cultural Week, which made Cultural Week a complete success. For a long time, the BC government has strongly supported and promoted the development of TCM and acupuncture in the province. With the joint efforts of friends from all walks of life, the development of TCM and acupuncture in BC has been at the forefront of the world, and BC has become one of the fastest growing TCM and acupuncture overseas. As British Columbians, we are proud of this, and the entire Chinese medicine community is also proud of it. TCM originated from China, but Chinese medicine belongs to the world. Thanks to the multiculturalism of Canada and the vision of TCM supporters. Other than Chinese immigrants, more and more local ethnic groups are benefiting from TCM. However, we hope that the BC government can make more supporting policies to further develop Chinese medicine and consider further integrate Chinese medicine and acupuncture into the current state medical system. And this will benefit more BC citizens. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Guan. Just a note that the following speakers are all co-chairs of the World TCM and the Acupuncture Week. Let's welcome our next speaker, the president of International Association of Medical Food Therapy, Professor Hou Ping.
Hello， 大家好，
Hello, you're on mute. Professor Ho, please unmute first. 您在静音，请先解除静音。侯教授。
你好，对不起，这个
没关系，
动掉。对，非常感谢李永江教授的邀请，让来参加这一次的研讨会议。首先我祝贺世界中医药针灸文化周的圆满成功的举办，并且得到了世界各地的赞赏。这一次的文化周是一个高水平的中医药的这个文化周我们感恩加拿大中医之家李永刚教授跟友华会长的举办这中医药针灸要长久的发展，一定要有个法律的保障。这个它不但是保护我们中医药针灸从业者的一个利益，更主要是保护了人民的健康。所以我欢迎加拿大建立一个法律的法规在中医药针灸方面并且期盼你们早日能够实现对中医药针灸立法规范，早日成为世界中医药的典范。祝福你们早日成功，谢谢大家谢谢谢
谢侯教授。 Thank you, Professor Ho. Let's welcome the President of American Alliance of Acupuncture, Dr. Liu Meichang. Dr. Liu. Okay, let's go to our next speaker, President of Chinese Medicine and Acupuncture Society of Australia, Dr. Zheng Jianhua.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. So, my name is Dr. Jack Zheng from Australia, Sydney. So, firstly, I have to thank you, Dr. Li Rongan, invite me to join this very important roundtable meeting regarding about TCM and acupuncture development globally, especially in BC province in Canada. I heard many leaders and professors from different level from BC government and community and TCM profession. So I think in BC province, people are very lucky because the government very support and TCM profession and medical profession experts support TCM and acupuncture working or service in BC province. Unfortunately, in Australia, government are not that good. They're not showing very good on TCM and acupuncture. Even Australia, people know Australia is the first country registered TCM and acupuncture nationally. From 1st of July 2012. So far, it's almost 10 years. But they only successfully registered people who practice TCM and acupuncture, and they can call their doctor of TCM or such as titles. But all professionals and practitioners, they cannot use in Medicare. So that's only we can use in a private health fund in Australia so far. But general practitioners, or we call the GP, they can use in Medicare to do the service of acupuncture to the people. So our association still lobby this issue to the government, even federal and the state government. By the way, I like to introduce our association called Chinese Medicine and Acupuncture Society of Australia. We have around 2,400 members around Australia-wide, which is the biggest association in Australia. So one of the biggest association in Australia. And most members practice Chinese medicine, acupuncture, and the rebuilding massage as well. So I think in BC, with our colleagues or friends, you are support and development TCM and acupuncture there to service people. So that's a good point for globally to bring TCM and acupuncture to the higher professional level. And if you successfully to do some models, and there would be in a registration field showing different countries. So I think that's a very important job. So thank you very much for your support and hard job. So time limit, I only say these few words. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. for letting us know a bit about how things are going in Australia. Okay, so let's go to our next speaker, President of World Federation of Integrative Health, Dr. Wang Yingqiu. Welcome.
Okay, thank you, Walter. They are very appreciated, and thank you, Dr. Li Rongan, do wonderful job, and thank you, great team, do wonderful job, and congratulations, our World TCM and Acupuncture Week. So this time, the conference is very successful because the BC government and social and the community give very wonderful support. So also our acupuncture and the TCM and the field and the practitioner strongly support and joined this conference. That's why it's very successful. Congratulations again. I would like this conference is very important and support and promotion TCM and acupuncture developer and going to social and good service for patients. Okay, I think this is wonderful conference. I would like in future every year have this kind World TCM and Acupuncture Week. So America, United States, we are good neighbor. I would like every year join this kind conference. Okay, thank you again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Wang. Next, we go to the president of American TCM Association, Professor Tian Haihe. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. This is Dr. Tian. I'm the president of the American TCM Association and TCM, American Alumni Association, is to be honored and invited to for this roundtable meeting. First one, I want to congratulate to Dr. Lee and all the organizer and the people for the World TCM and Acupuncture Week. Very successful and have many experts all over the world share their wonderful experience, and I think the audience also learn a lot. Regarding tonight and the topic, talk about the future of the TCM and acupuncture future of the BC province. That's wonderful, and so happy to see a lot of senior government officials and other different organizations try to share some good opinions. As a neighbor, and we work in the United States, and in our country has been well developed about acupuncture legislation, and since 1971 or 72, the journalist of New York Times, James Ralston, and visit China and published an article in the New York Times, which started the acupuncture development in the United States. And tomorrow we're going to have a bigger celebration for the 50 years anniversary. Currently, we have about 47 states plus DC, and have the acupuncture legislation. And but another part is for the herbal medicine still is a weak area, and that's the part we needed to work on. And because Chinese medicine, including acupuncture and herbal medicine and other components, so only acupuncture may not be enough. We are learning each other, and Canada and the United States, and we are close neighbors, and we have a similar language, culture, and patience. And especially I'm in Florida, and a lot of Canadian snowbird come to Florida for the winter time. So know there are conditions and what kind of condition you deal with. And I also visited Vancouver 2 years ago. It's a beautiful city and a wonderful province. It's honored to be together. If we have some kind of successful experience in this country, and especially Judy Chu recently also and present another bill to the Congress to try to promote acupuncture for the senior people Medicare coverage. So we're working together, and Canada and the US, and if we can help each other, learn each other, promote acupuncture Chinese medicine to be broadly developed and benefit for a lot of patients, and allow them to like acupuncture and enjoy acupuncture, get a benefit from acupuncture. So we're glad that we're working together, and I like to contribute to my thoughts, and in the future, if sometimes you need, that's wonderful. Thank you again, Dr. Lee, Dr. Huang, and Dr. Niu, and everybody, and have a wonderful evening, and enjoy the other people to speak. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Tian. It's good to hear from our neighbor. So definitely, yeah, Canada and the United States can learn from each other. Yeah, so yeah, I see Professor Yangguang is online. Yeah, Professor, we missed you earlier. So yeah, please go ahead. You ready? Please unmute first. You're on mute, Professor Yang. You're still on mute. Please unmute first.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good evening. Honorable guest, my dear colleagues, and my friends. My name is Yang. I am a family doctor in Surrey, BC, Canada. I had also learned acupuncture in Taiwan, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Beijing, and England. The ancient to current Chinese believe TCM dated back to the period of the Huangdi, the Neijing, the Yellow Emperor's canon of internal medicine. That is the greatest and oldest Chinese medical classic, which has established the theoretical foundation for the medical system and philosophical theory. Traditional Chinese medicine has evolved over 1,000 years. TCM practitioners use various approaches, including herbal products, acupuncture, moxibustion, cuppings, tuina, and tai chi, etc., to address and improve health problems. Chinese herbal products have been studied and used for many medical problems, including stroke, heart disease, mental disorders, respiratory diseases, etc. Statistical numbers show at least 1 in 5 Americans are seeking TCM for their health issues. The most frequent uses TCM are herbal medicine, acupuncture, and tuina, deep massage. Asian Chinese believe we humans are the microcosm of the universe. Therefore, any treatments to us are closely related to the nature, the time of the days, the month, season, sunny or cloudy days, the circadian rhythmic cycle, etc. That's why the Asian Chinese invented the principle of yin and yang and the law of 5 elements in order for the practitioners to have a formula or equation to manipulate the energy flow in the body to reach to a harmonious state. The Chinese also believes and check the energy which is traveling constantly in the body by assessing the energy strength in the pulses. The healer, the practitioner, assesses the strength of each of the 6 pulses in each wrist. Now, electrophysiological equipment can verify the flow of energy in our body. And the Einstein equation can also verify and support the existence of energy in the body by the equation E is energy equal to mc squared. M is the mass of the blood, and C is the velocity of circulation of the blood. So E equal to mc squared, that is verified, there's energy that is running in our body. As we know, the Chinese herbal medicine is the large and important part of TCM. As is natural, if we use it correctly, it has tremendous natural and beneficial effect. Acupuncture and tuina, if we practice well according to the suggested protocol, we will get tremendous outcome. And they are the complementary modalities of treatments to alleviate pain and diseases in our human body. Experts consider both types of medicines, East and West, to have strength and weakness. TCM being better in curing the root of the problem by slow inaction, and it is a natural healing process, while Western medicine is more powerful, but sometimes too powerful with significant side effects. Therefore, the use of both these East and West modalities of therapies will be greatly beneficial to mankind and is truly ideal. In many cases, they are complementary to each other, and naturally, it will be life-saving and economically worthwhile. TCM will take a long time to sit in the mind of Western people, especially the Western medical professionals. But if with the guidance and support of the government, it will flourish and popular in no time, as it's essentially the natural healing arts, evidence-based treatment modalities, and very beneficial to our people and economically viable and sustainable. The Chinese population today is more than 1.4 billion, and it is the most populous country in the world. This fact truly shows the good outcome of the healthcare modalities in China. Mainly the TCM practice in China can keep the people healthy and population growth to become the most populous country in the world. That's all I would like to add into about TCM this evening. Thanks so much for your time and best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Yang. Professor Yang has deep knowledge in both Chinese medicine and Western medicine. He can always offer some insight to us. Thank you. I see Dr. Xi Jingwa is here. So Dr. Xi, are you ready? We can't really hear you. Not yet. No, you're on mute. Still no luck. Okay, so you're still on mute. Okay, we'll first give Dr. Shi some time to figure out the audio problem. Is there any other speaker that we missed earlier that came back online? Let's see. Which one did... So Dr. Stevenson Moore? Not here. Okay. That's, yeah, I think that's everyone. So, Dr. Shi, we can't hear you. Okay, so let's open up for some questions or comments. Does anyone want to speak?
Please ask Kang, have a question, and Henry Yao. Yeah.
I hear that Dr. Lee wants me to say a few words. If Dr. Lee said so, I definitely would do that. So thank you so much, Walter, for emceeing today, and thank you so much for everyone for sharing their thoughts. I am, especially after listening to the doctors from the US and also from Australia, to know that BC is at the forefront, the forerunner of TCM and supporting traditional Chinese medicine community. I'm very proud of that. And I know in the 1980s, when Glenn Clark was the premier, he was very supportive of TCM, and I think that's where our journey in British Columbia is. I also understand that from the TCM community, but also from the post-secondary community, is that students and faculty educators has been asking for perhaps a degree in TCM, and it's something that's not available here in Canada as well as US. And I especially say that because we represent North America. And so if there is an endeavor for our public post-secondary institution, I know that we have several offerings of courses such as Kwantlen Polytechnic KPU University, especially in the Richmond campus. But as well, there are other courses, I believe in Selkirk and then another college, perhaps Langara. They have just a few courses sometimes, but not all the time. But KPU would be one of the public post-secondary institutions we have here offering TCM degree. And I am very supportive of the work they do and very proud. And I know one of these days, Henry and myself will be visiting the campus to just take a look and talk to the students. Also understanding, because this is my portfolio of advanced education, that during the pandemic, it has been very difficult for TCM students doing the practicum because of the lack of person-to-person care, and so doing practicum is very difficult. I also hear the feedback from the community, especially when Dr. Lee Rongan was talking, that having accessible and affordable TCM in British Columbia is very important. So we will continue to work on that to see how we can improve on the accessibility. But in terms of having many TCM doctors here, I have to say I'm so proud that we have TCM doctors not only from China and Hong Kong and Taiwan, but also those here from the community. We have so many TCM students who are English speaking, who are from India and from Korea, from all sorts of cultural background, because traditional Chinese medicine is from China, but it is enjoyed and benefiting all of British Columbia and all of North America and around the world as well. So thank you so much to the community for pushing TCM to the world front, for allowing people to know how beneficial it is. And I did hear from Dr. Quan Yang that TCM gets to the root of the problem. It is not just something that offers a pill and a treatment, and then perhaps the root comes back again. But it starts from the root, understanding the yin and the yang, understanding the physiology and the balance of your body. And that's why TCM is just so beneficial and so harmonious to the human body. I also heard that we would like to have TCM in the hospitals. I did take notes. And thank you so much, everyone, for speaking English and allowing me to really fully participate. So yes, in terms of having TCMs in hospitals, I know certain nonprofit organizations such as Tzu Foundation of Canada has partnered with several hospitals, and these are the partnerships that we encourage nonprofit groups or clinics or associations to have conversations with your health authority. It is not something that a minister or a government is able to do. It is more in terms of the health authorities. And my understanding is, in the Lower Mainland, Fraser Health and Vancouver Coastal Health is very open to conversations. I cannot speak on their behalf, definitely not, but I could encourage you to seek that path and to see where the journey leads us. But I do know that Tzu Foundation has sought many cooperations and have been very successful. And the response from the community who has experienced TCM for the very first time, it is always very fascinating and becomes a long-time TCM patient. I also heard that TCM community is also very passionate about providing free clinics in the community. I know in Richmond and Aberdeen Center, as well as there were plans perhaps bringing TCM doctors to legislature. There's also at President Niu Hua's Chinese cultural heritage that he also provides a forum for TCM doctors to provide support and first time to the community, especially this time at Central Park, which is right in my riding at Burnaby Deer Lake. So I have heard so many great comments. I will share some of these comments with the Premier, other comments with the Health Minister, and other comments such as post-secondary institutions and how we could move forward with providing a degree here, a full degree. I will take that within my ministry. So thank you so much for your feedback. It has been very helpful. And perhaps, I'm not sure, MLA Yao, would you like to provide a few feedbacks as well?
Hi, thank you so much. I do want to comment that earlier I had to turn my camera off because I also tried to get a dinner in quickly as well. So I do apologize for that, but I was listening. And first of all, I do want to take a moment to thank everybody. And as MLA, actually Minister N. Kang made a comment very clearly and very obviously that we need to continue this dialogue. We need to continue this conversation, and we need to continue to work together. Our government and our elected officials, we are always finding way to learn, to expand, and to be able to bring our to secure and protect our multiculturalism and our diversity, and allow patients to have a choice that they prefer for them to walk in the path of wellness and healing and the wholesomeness. So I won't further repeat what MLA Kang already mentioned. I just want to take a moment to say thank you everybody for allowing us to be here. And as a BCNDP MLA, our doors are open. We're always looking forward to opportunity to further increase our connection with the TCM community and help the TCM community continuously be introduced, be accepted, and to be celebrated as part of a BC healing and health system. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. So Dr. Li Rongan, you have anything to add?
Only say thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Because the provincial government, BC provincial government always supports the TCM development. So we need to thank you, BC provincial government. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Wait.
Yeah, so Dr. Yeah, we can hear you now. Please go ahead.
可以听到吗？
可以 ，Go ahead.
可以啊 ，OK。各位嘉宾晚上好。我是加拿大抗肿瘤康复协会施金华医生。那么，因为我的那个partner他没有来，我就用中文来讲。全球首届世界中医药文化周顺利圆满落下帷幕，碧溪省再次掀起中医热潮，波及全球，影响广泛而深远。碧溪省政府与本拿比政府联合搭建的中华传统文化节大舞台，给了碧溪省中医界充分施展才干的表演机会。华联会与加拿大这个中医之家这个联手做了大量的组织工作。这次大会非常成功，用一句话来讲，盛况空前，精彩纷呈。温哥华世界中医药文化节给世界也带来一个惊喜，以东京举办的奥运会东西呼应，同步进行，给饱受新冠病毒肆虐的和残酷折磨的世界各国人民点燃了回归正常生活的新的希望。碧溪省勇于探索，多年来引领海外中医针灸发展潮流。这一次，特别是把这个中医传统文化节从1天扩至1周的决定，更是碧溪省政府鼓励和推动中药针灸发展的又一创举。我代表加拿大抗肿瘤康复协会提出 这个以下建议：以中西医结合为总方针，加强中西医之间的交流与合作，理解并包容，信任与支持，走向中西医融合发展道路。具体建议，BC 省政府考虑赋予中医师开具申请检验的处方权，利于各种生化检测、影像检测，以利中医师对治疗前后的病人的各项指标进行评价，得出一个科学的精准的数据。但是这一处方权呢，我们也考虑到政府的问题，所以我们这一处方权限定在患者自愿赴检测会的前提下，不会增加政府的任何财政负担。但是为了慎重稳妥起见，我们建议的话呢，可以先采用试点的方法，先赋予几个诊所，中医诊所，几名这个有西医诊断经验和相应的教育背景的中医师有处方权，然后等到有试验一段时间以后，取得了实验效果，再制定具体的这个实施标准推广。所以这个以上的建议的话呢，是以保障民众健康为核心。实际上来说，现在的话呢，也有很多病人自己愿意就是想这个花钱来做一些检测这样的话呢，他会能够节省时间。所以的话，我们想的话呢，这个建议的话，省政府是不是可以考虑一个不会增加政府的财政负担，同时有利于中医未来的发展。谢谢大家。
Thank you, Dr. Shi. Okay, so I think that concludes our roundtable tonight. Thank you all very much for a wonderful evening of in-depth discussions. We heard from representatives from around the world speaking passionately on TCM. We're all strong supporters of TCM, and we know that there is so much more that TCM can offer. So let's continue working together and find ways to make it easily accessible to more people. So good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.